Welcome to WhatGear Reviews, tech reviews coming to you from rainy old England. And have you guys ever seen that video with Casey Neistat where he goes on Emirates Airline and he's got a room with a shower and a bed and he's flying a drone in the room? Well, this video is going to be nothing like that because I fully expect my knees to be touching my chin for the majority of this flight. The good news is though, it should be a peaceful flight because I've got the brand new Sony Wh1000-XM5 noise cancelling over-ear headphones to get me through the journey. And I believe this might be a world's first on YouTube because I'm going to film this entire review with Sony's Pro-I camera. And that is a camera on a smartphone, and it is a 1-inch sensor, the same one they use in the RX100 line. So all the B-roll and everything you see in this video has been shot on an Xperia device. And if you're a Sony fan, you'll appreciate that. And I would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Anyway, let's head into the airport. Sometimes people ask me, can you wear glasses with these headphones? The answer is yes. Okay, so I've been testing out the XM5s for quite a while now. When I first got on the plane, there was a kid crying. I could barely hear the kid crying, and I had these on, ANC on, and I was listening to a podcast. Now, when I started playing music, it got even better. But check this out. These are the XM3s. These are my previous noise cancelling headphones. And when it comes to noise cancelling, actually, they're really close. When it comes to sound quality, I think the XM5s are actually quite a bit better. And do you remember that bit in Casey Neistat's video where he had a bathroom inside a suite, inside an airplane? Well, I haven't quite got a seat like that, but I can wash my hands without getting out of my seat because I am that close to the toilet. How about that? Okay, so I've tested these headphones in the air, on the beaches, on the sands, and now I'm testing this in the middle of a valley that leads to the sea, and it's pretty spectacular out here, and there's a lot of noise, and that noise is largely cancelled by these new Wh1000-XM5s. So you probably want to know what's new, what are the upgrades. So here's a few quick ones. So it's slightly lighter than the XM4s and the XM3s. The XM5s are around 250 grams. The design is more modern, more sleek, more streamlined. And there's a new vegan leather padding on the ear cups. So that means no cows were injured during the making of these headphones. The height adjustment on the hanger is now a smooth slide and not a clicky notch style that we've seen in the past. And when it comes to microphones on board, Sony have doubled these up. There are now 8 microphones. And the reason for this is to help improve the ANC capabilities and also to help improve the voice pickup when you're making and taking calls. And you'll notice the mics have a nice golden mesh to protect them. There's 2 on the back, 2 on the front, which are symmetrical, but then there's an additional one which I'm assuming is the voice mics. And from what people keep telling me, this was an area that needed improvement. So it's good to see that they've listened and they've made the adjustments. So another design change that you might notice straight away if you had the XM4s would be the wear detector inside. Now you can't see it. On the XM4s, it was very visible. It wasn't that visible on the XM3s though, but it's good to see that they've made an adjustment there and kind of hidden that away inside the ear cup. So here's 2 significant changes to the design on the XM5s. Sony have ditched NFC, which I'm used to on my XM3s, and you might be wondering why. Well, let me tell you, Sony collect diagnostic data through their headphones app, and they can see if people aren't using a certain feature. And as it turns out, NFC it's not used that much, so they've got rid of it. And to be honest, having used these for a while now, once you've paired them to your phone once, that's pretty much it. You don't need to think about doing it again unless you're constantly swapping devices. But the good news with these ones is you can connect to multiple devices now. But here's one surprising upgrade that I know you guys are going to ask me about, is Sony have actually shrunk the size of the driver to 30mm. Now, while this might seem like a downgrade, this is in fact an upgrade because it's a better quality driver. So it's got a carbon fiber composite dome, which when combined with improved housing and better positioning inside the ear cup, the XM5s sound better than ever. And these are quite likely to be the best sounding ANC headphones in 2022 in this price category. Now, something that some reviewers have complained about, and I've seen this in their reviews, is the change to the hinges. So on the previous models, the hinges actually kind of collapsed all the way down, so that when they went in the case, they kind of folded down. They don't do that now, and they only kind of twist outwards like this when you're not wearing them, which is okay. I agree, it's probably better if they twist the other way. It'll be slightly more comfortable on your shoulders, but I don't have a problem wearing them like this around my neck. The upside to this change, however, addresses one of the things that people complained about on the previous versions, and that was creaking hinges. Now with less moving parts, Sony have reduced the amount of creaking in the hinges. And that reminds me of a well-known saying: you can please some people sometimes, but you can't please all the people all the time. Can't remember where I heard that. So I'm back in the UK now, and I can tell you I have truly put these to the test. And what I really wanted to find out was, how much better are they than the XM3s? Because these right now are £200 cheaper than the XM5s, and I've been using these since launch day in 2018. Now here's some of the things that I noticed to be different with the XM5s. And when I said earlier on in the video that they were quite close on ANC, that is true, but there's one area of ANC where they actually are a lot better, and that's in the vocal range. So the XM3s do a great job at the usual sounds like the airplane noise or train noise or car noise, but these do just as good, but they do even better in that vocal range. So crying babies, people talking, this kind of stuff is blocked out a lot better with the XM5s. And some of the other improvements that Sony have made that might make you upgrade from the XM3s or XM4s is the improved sound quality. So in my opinion, the sound quality is better in the mid and high frequencies than before. The bass is still really good despite the smaller driver. That's quite surprising, but it is true. And some other upgrades that I think you guys should know about is Sony have added in the V1 chip on top of the QN1 chip, which was dedicated to noise cancelling. Now the V1 chip works in tandem with the QN1 to improve the noise cancelling, improve the voice call quality, improve connectivity, and overall just improve the device. And I believe the V1 is part of the reason why the battery life is so good on the XM5. So you can now go up to 40 hours on one charge with the XM5s with ANC off, and 30 hours with the XM5s with ANC on. And since I've had these, since Sony sent them to me, I've only charged them once, and I've got to send it back in 2 days. And right now, at the time of this video, having flown to Greece and back again and spent loads of time in the airport due to delayed flights, they've still got 40% battery left. So I have to say, that is pretty impressive. And a couple more things you should know about the battery life is, when it comes to charging, it does support USB PD charging now, which the previous versions didn't, and just 3 minutes charge will give you 3 hours of playback if you need it. And check this upgrade out, Sony have actually used some of their Walkman technology. Nowadays the Walkman is kind of this really expensive premium DAC. Well, basically they've used some of the gold solder techniques that they use in that to reduce the amount of lead on the circuitry, and apparently this allows the power to be distributed better inside the headphones, thus reducing signal noise and delivering what could be considered to be the finest sound known to mankind. At this price point, I have to say the Sony Z1R headphones that cost £1,650 probably sound a little bit better. But you know what takes these headphones to the next level? It is the headphones app, and we have all of the features that we had on the XM4, but there is a new addition, and that is the wake word for your virtual assistant. So now you can actually just say the word without having to push any buttons or anything like that, and it will bring up the AI in your headphones so you can summon your virtual AI whenever you need an answer to a question you don't know. So unfortunately for me, Sony are taking these XM5 samples back. So I've still got my XM3s, and you guys might be trying to decide whether you should upgrade from the XM3s to the XM5s. Or if you're looking for a brand new set of headphones, you might be thinking, should I go for the older models and save some money, or go for the brand new ones? So here's my personal advice to you guys. If you don't have a working set of ANC headphones right now, the XM5s are a great investment, because I've had the 3s for 4 years now and they're still going strong. Nothing is wrong with them. The sound quality is very good. The ANC is almost as good as the XM5s. However, if you want the best of the best noise cancelling, the best sound quality, more comfortable headphones, particularly on longer distances, I notice far less wearing fatigue with these compared to the XM3s, then I can absolutely recommend the XM5s. I guess it comes down to your budget at the end of the day. Whether you go XM3, XM4, XM5, you can be confident in knowing that you're going to get a very premium product. But I will say this, I think these look the best, they sound the best, the ANC is the best. But what you've got to ask yourself is, how many pounds are you willing to spend on your sound?